Yep.
Go ahead.
Hello, George. I just wanted to make the point. Last year, the Iranian president called for Israel to be wiped off the map.
Well, first of all, Aaron, you're obviously not a regular listener here, and you're obviously not a reader beyond Israeli propaganda. But let me, before you get into your stride, just tell you that that is a complete falsehood, as every professor of Farsi from Tel Aviv to Tokyo has already testified. No such comments have ever been made by Ahmadinejad. Ahmadinejad was quoting Ayatollah Khomeini. You remember him? He's the man whom Israel was supplying weapons to during the Iran-Contra affair. He said that like communism and fascism, Zionism would disappear as an ideology from the pages of time. That, whether you agree with it or not, is not calling to wipe Israel off the face of the map. So please, don't use the airwaves here to peddle now discredited false propaganda. Now continue.
Right, my second point is Iran hosted the Holocaust Denial Conference. Now, both of these points, in my opinion, basically means Iran is an irresponsible country who does not deserve the right to have nuclear weapons.
So, we've now established that you tried to mislead us with your first point, and your second point is, therefore, that irresponsible countries should not be allowed to have nuclear weapons. So let's deal with just two of those. Let's deal with Israel, whose fate greatly concerns you, and let's deal with Pakistan. Pakistan and Israel have huge mountains of nuclear weapons. The Pakistani government is a military dictatorship which may fall at any time and be replaced by God knows whom, who will immediately have their finger on the nuclear trigger. Yet not only was Pakistan not stopped from developing a nuclear bomb, it was encouraged, allowed, and then rewarded for doing so by the United States of America. Israel has launched wars against all of its neighbors, occupied territory of all of its neighbors, and is in breach of more United Nations Security Council resolutions than all the other countries of the world put together. But these two countries are allowed to have nuclear weapons because they are responsible, are they, Aaron?
Yes, I agree with that, and there's nothing we can really do about that now. However, in my opinion, we should try our best to halt Iran's nuclear development program.
Halt it just and leave Israel in possession of hundreds of nuclear weapons. How convenient. Betty in Brighton. Betty.